Ruben Amorim meets some of his Manchester United players for the first time since replacing sacked Erik Ten Hag, as he shares warm embrace with Mason Mount and Kobbie Mainoo. Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has already met some of his new players after arriving at Manchester United to take over as the new manager. The Portuguese boss was appointed as the new head coach of the Red Devils in the wake of Erik Ten Hag's departure from Old Trafford following a record poor start to the season. The 39-year-old arrives from Sporting Clube de Portugal, where he won 2 league titles, and brings with him a number of backroom staff members from Lisbon. As one of Europe's most in-demand young coaches, United fans will be keen to see how quick the new boss can settle in at his new home, taking over from Ruud van Nistelrooy's interim and unbeaten stewardship. Though it is the international break, Amorim still had the chance to meet some of his new players for the first time, with those injured or unselected still at Carrington to introduce themselves to their new boss. Amorim was pictured meeting United Academy graduate and England star Kobbie Mainoo, who is out of the England squad as he recovers from injury. The two shared a warm embrace, with the new boss smiling broadly from ear to ear as he met the teenager, who will surely play a huge role in his overhaul of the club as one of the side's brightest young talents. Fellow England internationals Luke Shaw and Mason Mount also received smiles and moments of their own with Amorim, who was pictured hugging the former Chelsea star. Leny Yoro, who has only recently returned to United training following an injury picked up in pre-season, was snapped laughing along with the 39-year-old head coach. And finally, Academy starlet Toby Collier was also given an arm around the shoulder by Amorim, who was quick to introduce himself and put his charges at ease. As ever with a new manager coming through the door, United stars will be keen to show Amorim what they can do to ingratiate themselves in the forefront of his plans. Amorim has shown that he prefers a different system to that of Ten Hag, who regularly deployed a double pivot 4-2-3-1 formation towards the end of his time at Old Trafford. His successor meanwhile is known to favour a 3-4-3, and with a change in shape and structure, that inevitably means some players will be given opportunities where before there were few, which of course means that the opposite is also true. Former assistant manager Van Nistelrooy may have overseen an unbeaten transition following a stagnation of results under Ten Hag culminating in a 2-1 defeat by West Ham, but he has since left the club ahead of Amorim's arrival. René Haak, Ten Hag's other number 2, goalkeeper coach João Ten Raula and performance analyst Peter Morel have also been axed to make way for Amorim's team. A club statement read, "Manchester United can confirm that Ruud van Nistelrooy has left the club. Ruud is, and always will be, a Manchester United legend. We are grateful for his contribution and the way in which he has approached his role throughout his time with the club. He will always be very welcome at Old Trafford." Manchester United prepared to include Antony in deal to sign Lauren. Manchester United are exploring the idea of sending Antony as part of a deal to bring teenage Brazilian winger Lauren from Flamengo. According to TBR, Manchester United could consider sending unwanted winger Antony the other way to bring teenage attacker Lauren to Old Trafford. Flamengo is eager to sign the former Ajax star, while the 18-year-old Brazilian prodigy is eager to start his career in England. A deal could work out for all parties concerned. Manchester United are beginning a new era under Ruben Amorim, who will undoubtedly have different ideas for the squad than his predecessor, Erik Ten Hag. As the Portuguese boss prepares to manage the club and take on his first game after the international break, he does have a decision to make regarding several players in the team. One of those is expensive Brazilian winger Antony, with some quarters suggesting the attacker could be given a new lifeline under Amorim. Overall, the former Ajax star has certainly flopped since joining Manchester United, with suggestions about him not having a future here rife. Manchester United are reportedly open to selling Antony for the right price, although there are big doubts whether suitors will pay as much as the club would ideally want. In any case, there is interest from his native Brazil, as Flamengo is the team eager to sign him. Manchester United, in turn, are eager to consider Flamengo's interest and explore the idea of a swap deal to sign their winger Lauren. The 18-year-old Brazilian prodigy has impressed with 30 senior appearances for the Brazilian side, and the Red Devils have kept tabs on the player since he was 17. Manchester United ponders Lauren move. Manchester United will be open to the idea of signing Lauren as a prospective young attacker to join their first-team squad. Many other Premier League sides are keen on the teenager, with the 18-year-old Brazilian prodigy eager to make the switch to England. Whether they are successful in their efforts to send Antony the other way remains to be seen, as the winger might prefer to stay in Europe or England. Lauren has a $50 million release clause, although Flamengo would be open to selling him for a much lower fee in January. Manchester United eyeing surprise move for this ex-Chelsea star. Does it make sense? According to a report from Spanish outlet Fichajes, Manchester United and Real Madrid are interested in signing N'Golo Kanté in the January transfer window. Both clubs believe the veteran midfielder still has a lot to offer at the highest level. N'Golo Kante moved to Saudi in 2023. N'Golo Kante is considered one of the best midfielders of this era. He made a memorable mark at Chelsea after joining them in the summer of 2016. He helped the club immensely and was one of the key players throughout his time. Kante finally moved to Saudi before the 2023-24 season kicked in. Talking about his last season performance, he featured in 44 games and found the back of the net 4 times. He also provided 6 assists in the process. The Frenchman can don different roles in the midfield and is known for his tireless work rate. He provides the defensive solidity with his tackles and blocking. On the other side, he also gives key passes and does dribbling if required. N'Golo Kante's move is unlikely to happen. N'Golo Kante's performance at the Euro Cup 2024 highlighted that he has still a lot of football left in him. His impressive displays have even forced the likes of Manchester United and Real Madrid to consider bringing him back to Europe. Talking about the Red Devils, they surely lack quality in the middle of the park. Though Casemiro has shifted his curve upwards in the last few games, he is still unreliable. On the other hand, Manuel Ugarte has failed to put on convincing performances so far. Hence, Manchester United are considering signing the ex-Chelsea man as a utility resource for the short term. However, it remains to be seen if the player himself will entertain such move at this point or not. Al Ittihad's asking price is reportedly around €15 million, but it's Kante's high salary which could be a hindrance. Ruud van Nistelrooy had a difficult job steadying the ship after Erik ten Hag's disastrous start to the current campaign, with reports of dressing room rifts rife with plenty of big-name stars underperforming. But not under the former striker, as Casemiro roared back into form, while regular minutes to Ugarte has brought out the Uruguayan's combative self. But Ruben Amorim is set to take over, and the Portuguese has his own ideas of working, and his plan includes a high-energy midfield combination. Kante, renowned for his outstanding performance over the past decade, shined again at Euro 2024 after overcoming a period of absence due to injury. At 33, the 2018 World Cup winner proved to be in top form, earning the trust of Didier Deschamps, and this return to top form has revived the interest of top European clubs. Al Ittihad initially asked for around €20 million for his transfer, a high figure for many clubs, especially when you also consider his salary of €14 million per year. However, the price has dropped to €15 million, which could open the door for his return to Europe. Mason Mount has been extremely injury-prone since his switch to Manchester in 2023, while Mainoo needs to be used sparingly in order to maintain peak form. Whether Kante will have the legs to perform consistently in the English top flight remains a concern, but as a backup option, the deal could work. Also, with Casemiro's future up in the air, the France international could be an able like-for-like replacement. His wages are exorbitantly high though, something Ineos will need to deal with, and for now, this report needs to be taken with a huge pinch of salt. Man United want to sign one of the elite talents in world football. Manchester United are among the clubs interested in signing Dynamo Zagreb starlet Martin Baturina, with Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid also among the firm admirers of the 21-year-old, according to Sky Germany journalist Patrick Berger. The promising Croatian midfielder has no shortage of admirers across Europe as of late. He reportedly rejected Real Madrid's 5-year contract offer already. According to Berger, Los Blancos were planning to loan out Baturina to a club in Spain for the next 2 years, but he rebuffed the proposal amid growing interest from elsewhere. Baturina reportedly wants to have a role in one of Europe's top teams from next season and sees the Bundesliga as the perfect next step. The report claims his arrival would likely cost in the region of £16 million to £20 million, and he is planning to depart Dynamo Zagreb next summer. The 21-year-old was briefly linked with United in September, with reports claiming that the Red Devils had scouts in attendance to watch Baturina in the Nations League representing Croatia. The attacking midfielder's performances for club and country in recent years have earned him the label of the next Luka Modric, and, according to Berger, he is a huge fan of the Real Madrid icon himself. Baturina, who helped Zagreb lift their 7th consecutive league title last season, joined the Croatian Giants' youth ranks in 2017 and broke into the first team 4 years later. The 21-year-old, labelled one of the elite talents of world football, has established himself as a key player for the club ever since, amassing 137 senior appearances already, scoring 18 and assisting 34 goals. Baturina was linked with a move to England in the summer transfer window. Reports claimed Leeds United showed interest in him and reportedly had a £25 million bid accepted by Zagreb, but the playmaker himself turned down a move to Elland Road before the season. Man United have reportedly joined the race to sign Dynamo Zagreb's rising star, Martin Baturina, a young talent who has intriguingly spurned an overture from Real Madrid. The 21-year-old midfielder is generating considerable buzz in the footballing world, and it's no shock that several top clubs are keen to secure his services. According to noted journalist Patrick Berger, Bachirina has turned down a 5-year contract offer from Real Madrid, who intended to initially loan him out for 2 years in Spain. Despite this, Manchester United and other elite clubs, including Barcelona, have shown interest, and he could be available for a fee of just €25 million. If he meets expectations, that price tag could indeed become a steal. Sky Info: Croatia's top talent Martin Bachirina, 21, has turned down an offer from Real Madrid. The Spaniards dangled a 5-year contract, but their plan involved a 2-year loan in Spain. Madridistas, tweeted Patrick Berger, Bachirina exhibits the kind of skill and intelligence in midfield that brings to mind another Croatian great, Luka Modric. Much like Modric's ascent, which started at Zagreb before his starring role at Tottenham and eventual move to Real Madrid, Bachirina appears poised for a similarly illustrious career. Convincing Bachirina to join might not be straightforward for United, especially with stiff competition for his signature from various top-tier teams. However, his decision to reject Real Madrid is certainly a positive sign for the Red Devils. Manchester United fans will undoubtedly be watching this transfer story unfold, as Bachirina has the potential to be a transformative addition to their midfield, an area that has posed challenges for the club lately. With aging playmaker Christian Eriksen in need of replacement and the absence of Scott McTominay, who left for Napoli in the summer, Bachirina could fill a critical void. If a deal can indeed be struck for a mere €25 million, Manchester United must act swiftly. Thanks for watching. See you next time.